If you are looking for faith-filled, learning-filled, non-junky Easter basket stuffers, you have come to the right place. I'm going to be sharing what I'm putting in my 8, 5, and 2-year-old daughter's Easter baskets, but a lot of these ideas can be moved to younger kids, older kids, boys, doesn't really matter. Here are some really great Easter basket filler ideas for you today. So the first category of things that are great to put in an Easter basket are Easter books. There are so many amazing books about the Bible, books about Jesus's passion and ministry, death, all of those things, resurrection, and so adding some kids' books to help teach those to your children and make it more real for them are great ideas. These are the 3 books I'm putting in my girls' Easter baskets. The first one for my 2-year-old is this Easter is Coming board book. So it's got very pretty pictures. It's a board book, but it has lots of words, so it's not super like toddler focused. I think my bigger girls will get a lot out of this as well, just telling the story of Easter. The next up I'm putting in my 5-year-old's Easter basket, and it's called A Very Happy Easter. And this is talking about feelings as it relates to Easter. So there's excitement, there's hate, being scared and crying, sadness. So it's just kind of talking about all the different feelings and emotions people experienced that were there with Jesus and that Jesus experienced as well. And then for my 8-year-old, which all of these are for all of them, but I'm putting it in her Easter basket, is The 1 O'Clock Miracle. This is the true story about the man who worked for the king, whose son was very ill and who knew that Jesus could heal his son. So it goes through all the lengths he went through to get to Jesus so that his son could be healed, and just talking about faith and acting in faith and all of those things. So it's a really fun look at that story in the Bible. Another thing that's great to put in an Easter basket are faith books. So prayer books, Bibles, story books about the Bible, different, you know, if your kids are older, devotionals and things like that are also great to put in Easter baskets. I'm including 2 prayer books this year because I do homeschool my kids and we're always looking for new prayers to learn. So we usually learn a new prayer every month, and I just think giving my kids lots of different prayers that they can pray to God is a wonderful gift to give them. So I have this, A Book of Prayer for Kids, Ways to Talk to God Every Day. And so there's just lots of different prayers, and it talks about like when you could pray these, when you've lost a friend, when you are being bullied, when you are confused, and then it also ties it to a passage in the Bible and what scripture actually says. So I love that. And then I also got Praying the Prayers of the Bible for Kids. So it's teaching them actual prayers from the Bible, and there are pictures in here and just different things that they can pray for, which is wonderful. And then I have not bought a story Bible for my kids for a while, but I just love reading different story Bibles. We also, you know, read the actual scriptures together, but I just love story Bibles, especially for my 2-year-old and 5-year-old who, you know, the language in the Bible itself can be kind of hard for them to understand sometimes. So I got the Biggest Story Bible storybook, which has the most beautiful pictures, lots of text on a page, but it's just retelling a lot of the stories from the Bible in a way kids can understand with just the most beautiful pictures. So I'm excited to read through this with them. If you haven't noticed, I love books. I'm a former English teacher. I did daycare for 5 years. I homeschool my kids, so I love adding books to our collection. So another thing you can do is just buy your kids some books that they've been wanting or you've been wanting to read with them. So that's what I'm doing this year as well. I'm a huge Idina Menzel fan from Wicked, Rent, Frozen, all of those different things. And so I love that she has this book, Loud Mouse, which is How a Little Mouse Found Her Big Voice. I've been wanting to buy it for a long time. So I'm gonna put this in my 2-year-old's Easter basket. And then she's also getting the Little Blue Truck Springtime. She loves the original Little Blue Truck, and this one has flaps. So she will absolutely love this. My 5-year-old is getting the Good Dog books, which is a, you know, earlier reader chapter book set. She loves Sophie Mouse. We've loved Heartwood Hotel, and so I thought, why not add another animal related chapter book set that we can read together, and then my 8-year-old and my other girls as they get older can read on their own. And then I'm a huge Anne of Green Gables fan. We just listened to the story on our Yodo player, and I have multiple versions of it, but I definitely wanted to try these chapter books inspired by the Anne of Green Gables story. So these are more like earlier reader chapter books that I can read to my kids, but also my kids as they get older can read on their own, and they have beautiful illustrations. It's the same author, Callie George, who wrote Heartwood Hotel and that series, so I'm excited to read these with my girls. There's others in the series as well. And then, like I just mentioned, if you have a Yoto player or a Toniebox, or if your kids love audiobooks on a CD player or something like that, you can also invest in those for Easter. We have 4 Yoto players in our house, so I'm always loving to get new Yoto cards for my kids. My 2-year-old is getting a math phase 1 set, so she's learning counting and shapes and numbers and adding and subtracting patterns and stuff like that, so that'll be great for her. And then she's getting some bedtime stories, which we have some Disney ones and then Peppa Pig. All 3 of my girls love falling asleep listening to audiobooks, so these will be great for her. My 5-year-old, I got 2 different sets of phonics cards. So the set phase 2 and phase 3, because she knows most of her letter sounds, but she doesn't know a lot of the combinations of sounds. So this will be a great way for her to practice. And then I also got her these Ticket to Mali, Ticket to Ghana, and Ticket to Brazil. She loves learning about different geographical locations, so she'll love these. And then for my 8-year-old, I got my first words in Spanish and my first words in French, so she can start learning new languages. And then BrainBots, this was a newly released one. We have all of the other ones, we love them. So this is about our planet. She loves outer space and just learning about Earth and stuff like that. So this talks about different things about the Earth, like earthquakes and the water cycle, polar regions, volcanoes, tropical rainforests, tornadoes, and stuff like that. So she's gonna love that. And my kids all share the Yoto cards, but those are the ones I'm putting in each of their baskets. This would be a great time to also give them a Yoto if they don't have one already. I don't like to make big purchases like that to just give my kids throughout the year. I love to tie it to a holiday. So if you've been wanting one of those, this would be the time. I have a link in my description for 10% off your first order if you are interested. And I also have a whole video on the Yoto, what it is, how we use it, if you don't even know what that is. So I'll leave that in the description as well. As a little girl, I loved getting outfits for Easter, and so I like to carry on that tradition for my girls as well. So they're each getting a beautiful dress, which are actually from a friend who is selling these. I will leave her group from Facebook in the description because everything's very affordable because she's getting rid of it all. So I'll just quick show you those dresses. My 2-year-old is getting this super cute floral dress. These are wonderful for twirling and they are super easy to wash and care for. I love them. My 5-year-old is getting this pretty floral one. And I had my 8-year-old figure out which one she wanted, and she really liked this polka dot cactus, and this is her favorite color, this pretty turquoise blue, so she's gonna love that. Something I love to include in Easter baskets are any summertime related things. So if you need to stock up on like goggles or swim toys or swim baskets or swim bags or whatever, you can do that. But I always include a swimsuit. So over the years, you know, as each girl hits the same ages over time, they each have a few swimsuits in their size, which has just worked out really well having 3 daughters. And so, you know, we're outside swimming in the backyard, going to the pool, going to lakes all the time, and so we always have a fresh, clean swimsuit on hand. My 2-year-old is getting this super cute one with like the built-in rash guard and the little ruffles on the back. So cute. My 5-year-old's getting this pretty rainbow mermaid sparkly one. And my 8-year-old is getting this striped ruffled one as well. This is also a wonderful time to stock up on chalk or bubbles or, you know, things like that that you do outside, like sand buckets, things like that, sand toys. So each of my girls is getting a set of 16 chalks, so we'll have plenty to last us for a lot of the summer. I also enjoy adding a learning toy or learning resource of some kind that I've been wanting to get anyway. My 2-year-old really loves things that make noise, so I thought if she's gonna play with a noise making toy, it might as well be one she can learn from. So I got her this multi-themes learning machine. It's just this little player that has these cards that tell you different words or different feelings or different letters and numbers, so she can be practicing all that in the car or, you know, in her room if she's having some alone time or things like that. My 5-year-old is getting this number puzzle. She is really good at counting, but we're still practicing it a lot, so this can be a fun thing for her to count and match the different numbers. And obviously my 2-year-old, as she gets older, could do this as well. We already have the ABCs of this, but it's just a great way to reinforce your learning in a fun, hands-on way. And then my 8-year-old is learning multiplication, so this is a great toy to practice your times tables. So you don't really feel like you're learning, but you are. And so this will be a great one to leave in the car or in an on-the-go bag, restaurant kit, something like that, so they can be learning on the go without feeling like you are making them practice their times tables. Another thing that can be a really fun Easter gift, especially like from grandparents if they like to put in personalized gifts or do something a little more special, but parents obviously can do this as well, is to get them a personalized blanket. Now I actually sell these in my Etsy shop, 3 Willows Co. I will put the link down below, but I have all different types of styles and themes in there, and I'm always adding more. So if there's a specific theme that your kid is interested in that I don't have, just DM me on Instagram or on Etsy and I will try to make some. But my 8-year-old already got this one for her birthday recently, but my 2-year-old and 5-year-old will be getting their own in their Easter baskets as well with their names on them. I have some that are just a theme like this with their name really big on it, and I have some that have like rocket ships and astronauts and planets all over it with their name all over it repeating, which is really, really cute too. And then I also have some that just have their name, and you can pick the colors that you want as well. So I'll have all that information in the description, but that's another fun thing to add to an Easter basket. And then another fun thing to add to an Easter basket is a different craft set. I'm only getting one for my 8-year-old because she's not getting a blanket. She already has one, so I'm trying to make things even for my kids. So I've been wanting to get her this cross stitch set in our co-op that I do for homeschool with some friends. Our kids are learning how to sew, so I thought this would be a great way to add to her learning, and it's a fun thing she can do while her littler sister is napping or on her own once in a while. It could be a fun thing for us to do together. I also have many other Easter basket videos from years past if you want different ideas from different age ranges, so I will leave that playlist in the description for you if you want more ideas. And of course I'm going to be adding a little bit of candy in there as well as we get closer to Easter, but these are the main things that are going in their Easter basket. I hope you enjoyed these Easter basket ideas, and these ideas can bless your family, add more faith, focus to your family, and also create some fun experiences and get your kids reading a lot and learning a lot as a family. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.